Fans from Manchester City and Sunderland made their way to northwest London to this famous footballing arena. It's a 275-mile trip from the northeast, just 200 from the northwest. I'm not quite sure where she's come from, but one set of fans, of course, will be travelling back home at the end of the game as League Cup winners and taking that trophy there, back to their home grounds. There is, of course, always something very special about a Wembley occasion, and we had quite a story today. Sunderland in the bottom three of the Premier League against Manchester City, who up till recently were looking to make a clean sweep of honours. Your commentators for the game are Gary Neville and Martin Tyler.
Good afternoon, everyone. The staging of the build-up's been great. Let's hope the game is just as good. Manuel Pellegrini gives Castel Pantilimon a place in a final which Roberto Mancini controversially denied the Romanian in the FA Cup last May. But Julian Lescott, who's played every minute of City's League Cup campaign, is stood down today for Martin Di Michelis. A formidable foursome in midfield with Sami Nasri, recently returned to full fitness. And so too, Hope City is Sergio Aguero. Edin Dzeko, who has scored in every round, is referred to Alvaro Negredo. As for Sunderland, they have a birthday boy in goal, Vito Manoni, 26 today. Wes Brown back from suspension, so it's a back four with three ex-Manchester United defenders aiming to shut out Manchester City. Lee Cattermole almost left for Stoke after this season's semis, but is still needed by Sunderland today. And in comes Seb Larsson, who won this cup with Birmingham 3 years ago. Adam Johnson against the club he left 18 months ago. Ki Sung-young, another previous League Cup winner as recently as last season. And Fabio Borini's needed up front, with Stephen Fletcher not fully fit and Josie Altidore out of form. Fletcher is named amongst the Sunderland substitutes. Manchester City leave out their two England squad members, Joe Hart and James Milner. So at least with Gary Neville alongside me, they should be fresh for Wembley on Wednesday. But it's about Wembley today, Gary, and a key, maybe in more ways than one, in Sunderland's midfield.
Yeah, we see the two managers there. Gus Poyet earlier on in the season played with Key in front of his back four. We've lined him up off the front today, and it'll be interesting to see whether he does play there. I have my reservations whether he'll play in such an advanced role. I think he will play more towards Cattermole and Larsson and beef up that midfield.
And he's back after 5 games in which City have rather stuttered.
They need him so much, Manchester City. They've got a massive 2 months in front of them. They've got the Champions League game against Barcelona. They've got the Premier League, and he is the best. And it's a risk today playing him at Wembley, coming back from a hamstring injury, and they'll be desperate for him to get through this match.
Well, you know, it's a City day when the supporters are facing away for just a moment. They'll get that done with. I think they'll want to watch every moment of this. He certainly will, Manuel Pellegrini. Gus Poyet has rebuilt Sunderland in the last 6 months or so from a start that was sad and sorrowful and unfortunate for Paolo Di Canio, who was, I guess, rightly deemed responsible for it. But if they win today, in Gus Poyet's own words, they will be the happiest club in England. The odds are against them, but they were back in 1973, and those heroes have been on display. But it's about 2014, and the 54th League Cup final, the 7th here at the new Wembley. Off we go. Zavaleta, a happy time in the FA Cup final, as Manchester City did collectively. It's strange that they face the team that beat them here in May, Wigan, in the quarter-finals of this season, the FA Cup, as recently as next Sunday. Yaya Toure. Kolarov preferred to Clichy at left back.
It's Cattermole for Sunderland, who's dropped into that deep line midfield role instead of Key. Key and Larsson are operating in front of him.
Well, Manchester City out today to avoid the experience of Arsenal 3 years ago when, like City, they were trying to win a quadruple. We're also, like City here, overwhelming favourites for the League Cup against their Premier League struggler and relegation-bound Birmingham City. But Arsenal lost that day at Wembley, and their season then disintegrated on all 4 fronts. You really can't see that happening to a squad as talented as Pellegrini's. Although the Champions League might be a step too far for them after that home defeat to Barcelona. Phil Bardsley's been immense in Sunderland's progress to this day. And of course, he didn't feature at all under Di Canio. Here is Key, but the whistle's gone, and it's Sunderland's free kick.
Well, the lads mentioned in the studio, I think for Sunderland it's just getting through this first 15-20 minutes, playing the way into the game. They'll be happy if nothing happens.
Brown and O'Shea have done so much together. And recently, of course, in the red and white stripes. Before that, in the Manchester United red shirts, winning this competition a couple of times each. David Silva. Martin Atkins had a good look at the challenge and didn't see anything wrong.
I thought it was back in 1973 then. You don't normally get away with a tackle that ferocious, particularly when you follow through.
Here's Johnson. Manoeuvred by Kolarov, touch from David Silva, none the worse for receiving that challenge. Company. What we've got here really is a top-of-the-range model against a vehicle of more modest horsepower. Kolarov. Can't quite keep it in.
And Kolarov, he's got the one-on-one battle against Johnson. Let's see this Phil Bardsley tackle again. It's a proper tackle. He took the lot.
There's a chance for a first sign of a breakout from Sunderland. Borini. Keeping away from Di Michelis. Johnson. And the flag has gone up. A long time before the ball ended up in the net.
He did really well, that Manchester City back line. It's company in the middle. Just push up as he cuts inside. See them there, just move up together. Good organisation.
Maybe Johnson's wondering if he just kept going. It's one way to beat a back line like that. A little bit of a hand-off into the face of Aguero. He's not made anything of it, to his credit. Borini trying to head it on.
We saw there straight away though why Borini's playing. Those runs in behind Demichelis. I'm sure he'll focus on his side.
It's Kolarov to go forward for City again. Aguero. He's still going, and it's turned away by Manone. Retrieved by Dzeko. Kolarov. Struggling to get out, Sunderland, at the moment.
Small Aguero, but he's so strong. First sign of his brilliance.
Toure. Jamal taking it away from David Silva, but Manchester City come again with Nasri and Silva. Zabaleta. There's Aguero. Lovely touch to him by Silva. After Sunderland digging in, defending narrow. Plenty of players behind the ball, knowing that an onslaught could easily come their way. They must withstand it if they're going to have any chance of making history for the Wearside club.
Well, that Sunderland midfield five will be under no illusions about how difficult this day is going to be from a running point of view.
Borini, he could be in here, he's all alone, he's gone! Sensation at Wembley from Sunderland and Fabio Borini. They've hardly got out of their own half, but they've taken the lead against the favourites Manchester City. What a goal!
Well, it's sensational for Sunderland. Marini chosen. We talked about the speed in behind Michaelis. He just puts it into an area, Seb Larsson. They're so high. Goes out to the side. Runs it behind Michaelis. It's Vincent Kompany who gets wrong side. But once he gets into this area, has he got the composure and the quality? You bet he has. He can't run the Manchester City at centre-back. It's the outside of the right foot. It's a sensational start for Sunderland. And they've got something to hang on to now.
Well, it's a dagger into the heart of Manchester City. Gus Poyet, who could become the Bob Stoker of the 21st century. No offside. Colback. Fernandinho trying to curb him. Retrieved by Johnson for Sunderland. By Zabaleta. He gets there before Dzeko. Well, he said earlier, old-fashioned stuff, and a bit more of it then. But Aguero gets away from Marcus Alonso. Wes Brown backpedaling. Nasri just couldn't strike it with sufficient power to trouble Manone.
It's Aguero the danger again. I don't think City will be too unhappy if Sunderland start throwing themselves out of the position, out of their structure. Because when they do that, there are gaps. And Nasri finds one. It's a difficult one for him to control. Just can't get the shot away, really. No power on it.
Moving in to try and score, as he did score, of course, against Chelsea recently in the FA Cup. And he has scored at Wembley in the last 12 months. Also against Chelsea in the semi-final of the FA Cup last season. Well, the big game coming up for you next weekend. Chelsea, the league leaders, against Tottenham, trying to stay in touch with the top four from 5 SkySports 1 and also available on 3D. By Silva. Gary, you've been in back fours with O'Shea and Brown, and you know, are they very well set to deal with a situation like this?
Well, they've got the experience and the know-how. They're intelligent defenders. They know their positions.
Another Sunderland free kick.
Careful of, obviously, is Aguero. If he gets them one-on-one in the box, then they're in trouble, but that's the same for any defender in world football. Just need that protection in that situation.
I guess we'll only find as the afternoon wears on how much of a gamble it is by Manchester City to play Aguero.
Well, he's looked sharp, I have to say, in this first half hour. The 2 or 3 times he's got the ball.
Well, failed to score in 3 of the 5 games he missed. When we say Manchester City have failed to score, that's a big story. Johnson. Oh, Kompany sorted his legs out in the end. Fernandinho sorted the situation out. But it could easily have been 2-0.
Well, it's down that side again. Kolarov and Demichelis. Adam Johnson had to try to do this a few moments ago. Take Kolarov down the line, no problem with Michaelis this time. And scrambling in the end, Fernandinho clears it. Well, the confidence is rising for Sunderland. It might sound like a daft thing to say, but you don't want them to get too confident.
And that was pass that carried a hint of risk from Key. O'Shea. And this is what can happen. They've got 2 against 2 now. Aguero's got Dzeko with him. Sunderland getting other players back. Aguero trying a bit too much. He's capable of plenty, of course, as an individual. what we know about Manchester City as individuals. At the moment, the team ethic is coming from Sunderland. Oh, he looked offside. But Perini's in again. And it's a wonderful tackle by Company, and they're furious, Manchester City, that the flag didn't go up. Gary Neville.
Oh, he was offside. I don't think the linesman saw the actual touch. Just a touch there. Oh, he's just offside. Michaelis doesn't fancy running back again. I have to say, Company does. It's a wonderful challenge. That would have been big trouble. He opened himself up to try and hit it with the inside of his right foot, Perini. And just gets back, Vincent Company. You might look back at that moment, those Sunderland fans.
Well, they've still got a corner. Larson will take. All sorts of bumping and boring going on. And Di Michaelis angry with Bardsley, who can be a bit provocative, but Di Michaelis is no shrinking violet. Bardsley is being spoken to. He scored twice in this League Cup run. He forced the own goal, went down to Ryan Giggs in the semi-final first leg. And he got the winner against Manchester City in the Premier League in November. Another corner from Larson. Pantilimon's done well. A really good clearing punch.
No nonsense. Didn't want to take the risk. Trapped by his manager.
He must be thrilled, Gus Poyet. The only problem is there's still 6 minutes to go in the first half. He'd be worrying if there's 6 minutes to go in the match. But they've followed instructions to the letter.
It's been a really good performance. City have been well below par.
Over Dzeko, then over Aguero.
I haven't seen anything of him, Dzeko. No real urgency from him at all.
6 goals he scored in his 4 appearances in this competition this season. He'll feature in the semi-final second leg. Well, I don't know whether Martin Atkinson was given a foul, whether he thought also for a moment that the flag was going to go up. Colback was in a promising position had he let play go on the referee.
Just signalling it, he's swept his legs.
Here's Kolarov. Corner. That was how Manchester City started. Kolarov running beyond Adam Johnson, threatening down that side of the pitch before Sunderland on that same far side found a way through the opposition that are going for the league title, the FA Cup, but Sunderland are also in themselves, of course, and still with a shout in the Champions League. They're not allowed shout. Bumping and pouring in here. Martin Atkinson sees nothing wrong. Point for the goal kick.
Company wins the first ball. I think it's Alonso who ends up with Di Michaelis. Thought he might just have pulled him to the ground a little bit. There's a little bit of his arms around him. Just falls though, I think, Di Michaelis too easily. Tries a little bicycle kick.
Plenty of non-loving hugs. Zabaleta. Di Michaelis. Fernandinho. David Silva. Fernandinho's still there. Tumble to the ground, no more than that. That really should be half-time. Quick summary from you, Gary?
Well, Gus Poyet will be absolutely delighted. Pellegrini won't be happy. I would imagine that he'll be sort of laying down the law to a few of these players at half-time, saying, you know, I'll be making substitutions. Not had enough out of his quality. I would say Dzeko in particular looks mobile up front.
Well, it's an Italian influence. Perini with the goal very shortly after Manone with a significant save from the returning Sergio Aguero. And it stayed that way for most of the first half. Sunderland fans almost looking on in disbelief. But at the break, at Wembley, in the Capital One Cup final, it is Manchester City 0, Sunderland 1. Sunderland starting the second half. They come here having won 4 of their last 6 matches in all competitions, and in all those 4 victories they have kept clean sheets. And they're a clean sheet away from winning a cup here. But that position gotten straight away by Silva and then Dzeko. Now Fernandinho. Making the run, that was enough to force the safety first tactic at the cost of a corner.
They have to show an incredible amount of defiance in the second half, Sunderland, to withstand what will be, I'm sure, attack after attack by Manchester City.
After going towards the near post, it's Di Michelis. Oh. There's Kolbach who got it away, and Manone was waiting behind him, but Jack Kolbach was taking no chances. If you leave that and the goalkeeper's unsighted, suddenly it's 1-1.
He couldn't leave it.
But yet you talk about wave after wave, and that was the perception of the first half, but the possession wasn't like that, was it, Gary?
No, I think it was 52-48. I think, like I say, you would imagine that City's tactic of wanting to wear this Sunderland team out, they haven't had the possession in the first half that you would say is really going to do that. Sunderland equalled it out towards the end of the first half.
Nazareth. And to Zabaleta from Toure. In the end it produced a few oohs, but nothing too dangerous to the Sunderland goal.
I think that's where they'll be happy. Zabaleta, who is a good attacker, and Kolarov, it's the least of the dangers.
He has his own way of breaking up the play.
I say they won't mind breaking up the play. I think for City, rather than react to the challenge, just get the ball down and play again. Work those Sunderland legs. Sunderland will be happy to stop the game.
They fought hard in terms of the aggressive side of their football. Sunderland, 19 yellow cards, 11 more than the next highest defenders in this League Cup run. They dig in, and they could be digging in for glory here.
They're going to try something here, City. Someone better be alive.
2 in the wall, Nasri. There it is, it's elaborate.
Oh, it's so obvious. The fact that Toure wasn't on the ball, it was obvious that he was going to become involved at some point.
In by Nasri. And a bit of hesitation by Larson. He's been told to get up. Martin Atkinson didn't see that as a foul. Swede is limping. Toure! Oh! It's an astonishing equaliser. I said Pellegrini might wait for a moment of magic from the individual talents in his team. You have just seen it.
Out of sorts, no more Yaya Toure. He's had one of the quietest 53 minutes of the season, and probably his best minute just there. Absolutely sensational from him. Just looked like another normal Manchester City attack where they work it from side to side. Never for 1 minute did he look like he was going to set to hit it. But it's sensational how he gets the power, the bend, the direction. And It's a wonderful, wonderful goal. Manone, absolutely no chance. What a sensational moment for Manchester City and Toure.
Out of sorts, and then out of this world. 1-1 at Wembley. Here comes Sunderland. Catamol. Alonso. By Kolarov, it can be very vulnerable when you've just scored, particularly when you've got a goal that means so much. It may well be a terrific turning point. It is! How about that from Samir Nasri? They found their mojo now, Manchester City. Two amazing goals. From 1-0 down to 2-1 up. Sunderland stunned this time.
Well, world-class moments from Manchester City. The mistakes there from West Brown. He allows Aguero to put that ball up and turn. He just pulled the ball back behind the defence. The strike from Nasri is sensational. Not an easy one to hit. We saw Barini hit one with the outside of his right foot. And we've just seen Nasri set it up around Alonso inside that post and turn this final on its head.
Unstoppable. Michaelis will be feeling a bit better. Well, he doesn't seem this kind of guy. He's a very pleasant guy off the pitch, but takes it too much to heart. He's a professional defender. And in South America, they breed plenty of them. He's fouled Fletcher. It's been another great competition, this Capital One Cup this season, and it's having a climax worthy of what we've seen right from the beginning in the early weeks of the season. And Sunderland do not rule them out of it yet.
Got 6-7 players in the box. Be careful of the counter-attack against them. Certainly committing so many bodies forward.
Alonso. Pantelimon again prepared to punch. He's got a great punch this time. Ooh, shout for handball. It's on the blind side of the officials. Toure.
All Sunderland fans behind the goal. No, just top of the chest.
Bardsley. For Barini, comes to a key. It was sloppy from Manchester City. Crossed by Alonso. There's some danger written on it. Kolarov. Well, they're not across the finishing line yet. Manchester City. Fletcher following up.
It's a good chance for Fletcher. Just plays it back into an area, heads it back into an area. Gardner does well, call back. Just knocked him from the strike and straight down Pantamilion's throat.
Company. I'm sure Dennis Stewart, of course, has a foot in both camps here, but thinking of that win he was part of in 1976, he scored a goal up there with the standard of the two we've seen from Manchester City here today. Here's Key. Marcus Alonso. Colback. Key. Always too high for Basel. It's amazing how football has changed. It was, what, 15 years ago that Man City were playing at the old Wembley to get out of the third tier of English football. That play-off against Gillingham that they seem to have lost.
Ever since the stadium got built, and the investment, the new owners, a different club altogether.
Stadium that's shortly to be expanded to over 60,000 capacity. It's been a good response from Sunderland. Typified there by Marcus Alonso. Holding a high line.
And they are. Company. Andy Michele's not going back into the box, staying up.
Bardsley. It's offside, Craig Gardner. That's where the high line works.
And they get the rewards from it. Just holding that line, saying we're not going to go back into that 18-yard box. Come what may. Andy Michele's, he thought about going back. Held his line well.
Really big day for Manuel Pellegrini. City get the trophy. It's a genuine breakthrough for him in his long career. He was told, I think, only 5 trophies in 5 seasons is expected of him. I'm pleased to get the 5 seasons mentioned.
Any 5?
Well, he wanted to count the Asia trophy, I think. Brian Kidd came out when they'd won it and said, there's one down. I don't think the owners were thinking along those lines. Here's Alonso. Gardner trying to get in again and again being given offside.
It's a little bit dangerous from City, particularly if there's no pressure on the ball and people can time their runs. But again, you can just see there at the back, Colback, Di Michele steps out, collar off. It's really close.
6 Sunderland players forward. Try and find a legitimate position. 10 minutes or so to go. Still close enough for extra time to be in contention, if you like. Jesus Navas. Corner.
Provides something different than Silva and Nasri. Nasri not in a rush, as you'd expect.
I think obviously because of the clock, but he's also going to enjoy the reception he's getting from City fans who had a very good view of a truly wonderful goal. The second of 2 for Manchester City. Put them in prime position here. Dennis Stewart, where are you? Would have been right out of the former Manchester City's man overhead kick speciality.
Half the crowd thought it was in. As well, he holds off Wes Brown to really good contact on it, Vincent Kompany.
Sticking out a foot. A chance for Sunderland to launch it into the Manchester City penalty area. And who's going to be entrusted with this is, I think, the goalkeeper, Manone. High line again.
It's important for City to stay out away from their goalkeeper, leave him that space.
Tillemon thought about coming, decided wisely not to. It's Fletcher.
What is he doing? What is he doing?
He's trying to get it onto his stronger left foot. And in that moment of hesitation, the chance was lost, and maybe the cup final was lost.
He just has to play it back across goal. Just smash it back across goal with your right foot. Fernandinho's trying to close off that near post. Just there now, hit it there. Wes Brown, back post, tapping. Tries to control it, he can't believe it.
He's done quite well to control himself, I think, Gaspoya. Not let his player down with extravagant gestures. To be fair to Fletcher, as I understand it, he's nowhere near fit enough really to be out there. Only on one leg Achilles tendon trouble that he's had. Here comes Marcus Alonso. Key. City can counter-attack here. Dimichelis. It's what, 5 against 2 to wrap up the Capital One Cup.
Navas with the pass.
Here he comes, Jesus Navas. It's Manchester City's trophy. They break the length of the Wembley pitch to get the third and crucial goal and finish off brave Sunderland. After a stuttering first half, Manchester City have poured on the power and broken Sunderland hearts in the second period. City 3, Sunderland 1.
Well, they're celebrating already. They've got their first trophy of the season, Manchester City. It was tough for them the first half, but that counter-attack has been on all second half. Fernandinho wins a good tackle. And as you say, it was 5v2. The only question was, one, could Yaya Toure find the right person? He did. And could Navas finish? He side foots it into the near post of Benoni. It's a good way to pass from Yaya Toure. I think he may do better, the goalkeeper. Just bends his hand back. But for Navas, a goal in a cup final at Wembley. Confidence, Pellegrini wins one of those trophies in that target he's been set.
Well, it's the pain of defeat at one end. Gardner's free kick. Zabaleta backpedals. A different ending to that FA Cup final for City against the side that was relegated, Wigan, last May. It was almost a sympathy decision, because I think City were in again. I'm sure it wasn't, but Martin Atkinson has decided to give the last free kick, probably, in a game that he's refereed extremely well. It's added time at Wembley. Taken by Key. And there might be one more attack. Grado, Nasri, Zabaleta. He's certainly flicking into positive thinking again, rather than initially wanting to keep the ball and just see it out. Zabaleta. It's Manchester City's Capital One Cup. It's the first trophy for Manuel Pellegrini since he left South America, and the chance of more to come before the end of the season. But he needed great goals from great players to turn it round. Sami Nasri put them in front after an extraordinary equaliser from Yaya Toure, a real Wembley specialist, the Ivorian these days. And then Jesus Navas rounded off a very late counter-attack. And let's get some City reaction now. Guy Havard is with Yaya Toure.
Yaya, you scored one of the great Wembley goals. Did it need a bit of magic to turn it round for City today? Oh, well, it was unbelievable, you know. I think we need to win today, you know. It was very important, and I think Sunderland make it difficult for us in the first half, and but I think it's unbelievable, you know. We deserve it, and we played well in the second half, yeah.
What did the manager say at half-time?
Oh, yeah, you know, the final is only one game, you know, and you need to enjoy it, and you need to win it, you know, and I think today we show we are a great team, and we show we can go until the end of the season, yeah.
You scored some wonderful goals. Was that the best one?
I think yes. It was important as well, and it was fantastic, you know. And Sami as well scored a fantastic goal, and I think the team played very well today, and we deserve to win today, yeah.
Were you very disappointed with the first half performance?
A little bit, you know, because it's always like that, you know, and I think Sunderland showed great spirit, you know, in the first half, and I think for us it was more important to continue to play well, and I think today we show we are a good team, yeah.
Yeah, thanks very much for the time, Samir. You've had some misery here, haven't you, with Arsenal and Manchester City. How much joy for you to be man of the match and score that second goal?
So much joy, so much pride as well, because, like you said, I lost my two finals that I played here, and today was really important to win. Our first half, you know, it was a little bit some memories of the game against Wigan, but in second half, we came with better intention, and we scored 3 goals. I'm really happy. I hope that this cup is going to bring some others.
As a team, though, at half-time, did you feel under pressure? Because it wasn't quite happening for you, was it?
Yeah, but, you know, we were still confident. We just said that we need to stay calm, to remain focused, and to play our football, to play higher up with more tempo, and we will make the difference, and that's what we did.
Trophy today, the first of the season, but more to come possibly. Will this be a boost for you?
I hope so. You know, we want to win everything. We're going to compete for the league, for the FA Cup, and we're going to try to make something in Champions League, even if it's going to be difficult. But like I said, I hope that this cup is going to bring confidence to the team, and we'll fight till the end.
Well done today.
Thank you.
John, obviously commiserations, but is that a defeat with honour today?
No, look, we're terribly disappointed. The only way you enjoy a cup final is by winning it. We started the game obviously exactly how we wanted to. Counter-attack great, scored a fantastic goal, a couple more chances, and they've scored a great goal to get back into it. We were hoping to get a free kick to the edge of the box. It wasn't to be. We should have maybe got out to him, but look, he stuck it in the top corner from 30 yards out. And then we probably lost a bit of our organisation then the next few minutes, and it's cost us for the second goal. Obviously we might have had a few half chances, but City obviously finished the game very strong. As I said, the only way you can enjoy a cup final is by winning it. It's not a nice place now, and we have a huge test for the rest of the season to face, and we've got to pick ourselves up very quickly, and I'm sure we will.
Manchester City are on the trophy trail again. 2014 winners of the Capital One Cup. But goodness me, they had to work hard for this moment. Manuel, in your first season in England, you have the first trophy of the season. How happy are you right now?
Well, very happy. I think the team deserves this cup because we play very well during the whole cup. We scored a lot of goals. We just conceded 2 goals in the whole cup. I thought to start winning the first trophy, I think it's very important for all, for the club, for the players, for me, for the staff, all of us.
Happy now, but were you angry at half-time?
I think that we were not doing the thing well. Sunderland played a very good match also. They were very close, and we didn't move the ball as fast as we need. But I think that in the second half, we arranged it, we scored 2 beautiful goals, and we have the patience to wait for the moment.
Vincent, did you find a way to win today without being at your best?
No, I think the first half was not a good performance, but the second half we were good. We were the better team in the second half. Yeah, we had to improve, and we came out and we showed some really good stuff, and the goals we scored were unbelievable. So, you know, we showed quality, but obviously not in the first half.
You said the motivation was that defeat here at Wembley in May. The feeling now, describe it to us.
Yeah, I mean, it's the best stadium for me. It's the best stadium in in Europe, maybe in the world, when it comes to football venues, and you know, just lifting the trophy here is something special. So you know, never take anything for granted, and you know, we'll enjoy every moment.
Gus, commiserations, but has your team gone down with honour today?
I think that's the main thing to talk about, the way that we play against one of the top teams in the world, with plenty of power, quality, money, best players. We have a goal, we were 1-0 up, and the chance to score the second goal, that maybe that was the difference today. And then we knew that everything had to go for us. We knew it. Now a little foul, no given, a wonder goal from Yaya Touré, and then an incredible finish from Narri. So there were things that at least you expect today not to happen, but I'm proud of the players, I'm proud of the fans. I can promise them that we gave the best shot that we had.
Here at Wembley, it looked as if Manchester City were going to suffer more Wembley heartache, but 3 goals in the second half has given Manuel Pellegrini his first trophy as City manager, and for their wealthy owners, a feeling that money just can't buy. Goodbye.
Manchester City's national World Cup.
Wembley Stadium was at its busy.